Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video. So first things first, again, like I said yesterday, I want to apologize for doing my voiceover video. It is definitely not the quality that I want to put out on my channel. I hope that everybody got to learn a little bit from the video. If you didn't, no big deal, because that is the first thing we're going to take a look at on this video today. Since I've got my audio working, I wanted to jump into a little bit on the Tavern right off the bat, right after the intro rolls, so then that way we can kind of just make sure and clarify exactly what I was getting at when it comes to the Tavern. I also picked up a couple little or a second way, I guess, of doing the Tavern quest as well. I mean, the premise is still the same. Whether or not you spend the same amount of diamonds, I think, is still technically the same, but again, it just depends on whatever you fancy. But without further ado, let's check out the video. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So first things first, as I mentioned, we're going to take a look at the Tavern just really fast, really quick, because we do have it on reset. We reset technically in 3 hours. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at that to kind of sum up the video for the voiceover that I achieved yesterday. So first things first, somebody, I can't remember exactly who it was, I would have to go back and definitely look. I think his name was Stefan, I think is part of his name on YouTube, but he left me a lovely comment stating that I can actually just use this lock feature. So now again, and he also suggested potentially just rolling each individual quest, you know, which is only going to run you the 10 diamonds. Now, ultimately, I've kind of done the math and I've looked at it a little bit. I don't think you're saving any money by either re-rolling 4 at a time or 1 at a time. I don't think it really makes a difference, besides the fact that you are basically focusing in on just doing 1 quest at a time to re-roll it to what you want. I will say there is one benefit for doing the lock method, and now what the 2 different methods are, I'm going to show you in a second, but there's a lock method, which are these lock icons over here to the left. So with these lock methods, it's basically, instead of having to actually re-roll them or start the quest, you can lock that quest and then you can re-roll another one or multiple. And the only one benefit that I can really see from the lock situation is if, you know, you don't want to start the quest, because what if, like for instance, we need 4-star, you know, Tavern quest, right? So instead of if I started it and I didn't do the lock method, if I just started it and rolled all of the other ones, what if I was to come across a 6-star quest, right? Or a 5-star quest? Then I wouldn't be able to take this one back. You know what I mean? Because I've already started it. So that's why the locks are there. So it actually does make sense to use this method instead of just starting the quest. So for instance, let's say we want to keep these, you know, the ones that we want to keep. So we're going to roll these here. You know, the other ones are 2 stars and 3 stars. So we're not going to worry about those, right? But as you can see here, we're going to lock the ones that we would like to keep for now. So one of the method was suggested to lock everything. So you lock everything and you only re-roll 1 thing at a time. So since this is a 2-star quest, I would unlock it, and then I can click the refresh button, which, as you can see down here, is 10 diamonds. So I'm going to click the refresh button, and then you just continue to do this. As you can see, the one on the top is the only one that is changing. You just continue to do this until you basically are satisfied. So as you can see here, we got a 5-star quest. So we'll lock that one. So we lock that one. That one's not going to spin. We're going to open up the second one that we want to re-roll, and as you can see here, we've got 2 stars. We're going to click the refresh button, and again, it's going to reorganize it, put it back up to the top. So we're looking at this one. It is a 1-star, which we don't want. It's a 2-star, which we don't want, you know, vice versa. And you're going to continue to do this until you get something you're happy with. So for now, we're going to keep the 4 stars. So I'm going to lock that box. Again, we're going to go down to the next one. We're going to unlock the one that we want to re-roll again, which is this 1-star. When we refresh it, it's going to put it up to the top, as you can see up here. So that's a 2-star. Again, we're going to just rinse and repeat and do the same method. Now we do get a 4-star here. I'm going to lock this one just for the sake of this video, or for at least for time. So we're going to see those here. You do see we have 1 more left that is a 1-star. We're going to unlock that one on the 1-star. We're going to re-roll it down here at the bottom. It's going to bring us back up to the top, of course, to reset it. So we continue to do this as, again, we just rinse and repeat the same premise. So as you can see here, we got a 5-star. We're going to lock that one because that's definitely one that we need for the quest. So now that's one method. Okay. So the other method is I could have locked only the 4 and the 5-star quests that I had unlocked, and I could have just re-rolled all of them together as a whole, which is what I did for my first video on the Tavern quest yesterday. Technically, you're spending the same amount of diamonds. You're spending more diamonds, I guess, right away, but you're still re-rolling them individually. So in the long run, you're technically still spending the same amount of diamonds. But again, it depends on what you fancy or how you want to roll it. I don't see any difference in the two. Besides the fact, like I said, the lock method. I think the lock method is a better way to go. But as far as re-rolling multiple or rolling one at a time, the diamonds still cost the same, and the chances of the RNG are still the same. So I don't think you're really benefiting from doing that. So with that being the case, I think that's all I really wanted to show you with the Tavern, is doing that method. You lock them up and everything like that. So now that was the first method. Okay. So now the second thing the reason why you would use the lock method over just re-rolling them, or sorry, just starting the quest and getting the quest going, is because you can't go back. And so what I mean by that is now that we have locked these, right? Everything is locked. If we were to refresh, no quest is going to refresh because we have them locked. So what I'm saying is let's go over here, look at our event. We go to the Tavern event. As you can see here, I don't need any more 5-star quest, right? For the event, I've completed that. So since I don't need any more 5-star quest, it might be beneficial to re-roll those 5 stars. Do you know what I'm saying? To be able to complete or to focus on another thing. So maybe re-rolling them if I get a 4-star, since I still need, quite a bit of 4 stars, in order to complete this one to get to 30. So it would be worth doing that, because otherwise, if I don't, do you know what I mean? Looking at this 5-star and these 2 5-star quests, sure, they might have, higher amount of rewards for diamonds, but if I'm trying to just focus on and complete the event, then to me, they're a waste because they don't go with the event. So we're going to unlock this one. We're going to re-roll it. We got a 1-star. Hopefully we can pick up a 4-star pretty quick and soon. We don't want to burn, a whole bunch of diamonds. There we go. We got a 4-star. So that's one that we need. Let's unlock this one. And then this is, this is a 5-star for sure. So unlock this guy here. We're just going to re-roll this one till we get a 4-star. There we go. Because that's technically what I need for the sake of the video. Or not for the video, sorry, for this account to complete. So again, we got a 4-star. Awesome. Boom. As we can see right here, this is going to give me seven more towards my event. So we go down here to the thing. As you can see, 17 out of 30. We'll add 7 to that counter and just be that much closer to completing it. So that's what I would suggest at this point. I talked to a couple different people in the clan of Black Bulls. And one of my buddies, his name is Carr. He has, I think he's like a level 113 or something in the game. And so he's been playing for quite a long time. And one of the things that he was suggesting was, in his personal opinion, he doesn't think it's worth it. He doesn't think that the rewards that you get from the events are worth the amount of diamonds that you're going to spend in order to do the re-rolls on this. And to give you a point or an example, he himself has rolled, X amount of diamonds, and it's just ridiculous amount of diamonds that he has rolled, like 600 plus diamonds, and he still has yet to get a 7-star quest. Therefore, again, it's super, super rare to get a 7-star quest, unless if you're a big spender in the game or spending real money or investing money into this game. It's going to be very, very hard for a free-to-play account, in order to land it, unless, like I said, it is RNG. So they could technically get super lucky, right, and get that. So that's why I leave it up to the user's discretion. I leave that up to you. I'm not going to tell you it is or is not worth it to run these, to make sure, or to keep on going until you finally get them. I can't tell you what to do, because that's going to be up to you. If you think that the rewards are going to be worth it, you need those summons, and you're comfortable with dropping 2,000 diamonds on it, then boom, do it. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable doing that and you think your 2,000 diamonds are spent better somewhere else, then by all means do that. So again, that is the Tavern quest. That is one of the things that I wanted to get into, or I just wanted to do a full explanation on today, since my audio is back up and running. So with that out of the way, taking a look at today's video, I think I wanted to do a really quick summary on the Dark Tower. Again, our goal for this channel is I'm trying to cover different aspects or all aspects of this game, just kind of lightly touching on a little bit of it before I started to get into strategic stuff in this game. So with that being the case, we wanted to take a look at the Dark Tower today. So what is the Dark Tower? So the Dark Tower is a system. Let's see here. Let's check my lowest level account. Let's take a look at it and see if I can access the Dark Tower. And if I can't access the Dark Tower, then what level it is that we do unlock it, just to make sure. So I don't know if it's going to tell us or not. Nope, it's not. So not a big deal here. What we'll do is we will actually hop over to our stream account, basically is what I call it. It's another account just by me on the brand new server. We're going to check it out and just see what we got. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I haven't progressed far at all onto this this account. So my units are 80s, the highest, and 60s and 50s and stuff from units that I have pulled in the game. So taking a look at the Dark Tower. So the Dark Tower is right here. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly what level you unlock this without rolling a new account. So we're going to, in short, just skip over the what level you load in. So taking a look at the Dark Tower, what is the Dark Tower? So if you have played other games in the idle genre, AFK Arena, Idle Heroes, anything like that, they always have, well, I guess Summoner's War does too, like TOA and stuff, and like basically all it is it's just multiple stages stacked on multiple stages stacked on multiple stages. And what you do is you are going to just see a random generated comp right here, that's going to be the enemies that you're going to be facing. You're going to see exactly who they are and the level that they are, and then what stage you are on in the top left hand corner. Now, clicking up here at the question mark icon, obviously, as every stage in this game, there are rules, and it basically kind of gives you a synopsis of what this is. So losing a battle in the Dark Tower consumes 1 Abyss key, while winning a battle does not. You cannot battle without an Abyss key. 1 Abyss key is restored every 30 minutes. You can hold 10 Abyss keys at most, which is your cap. Keep that in mind. That's really important. Gain rich rewards after clearing each stage. The higher the stage, the greater the challenge, the greater the rewards. Ranking is made according to the highest stage you have cleared. Okay, so ranking we're not going to worry about, because with ranking, it's not a big deal from my understanding. I don't think you get anything additional from the ranking system. However, looking at this here, as I mentioned, let's go step by step and see what we got. So these Abyss keys that are very important to keep in mind are up here into the top right. You can technically spend diamonds, okay, in order to buy more Abyss keys. However, this is an idle game, so we are a free-to-play account. We are not buying diamonds with our real money. We are not spending diamonds, hopefully not spending diamonds where we don't need to be spending diamonds. But of course, as a learner and as a beginner with this game or any other game, we're going to make mistakes along the way. So with this being the case, I do not think it's worth it as of right now, and I have not heard anything differently to buy Abyss keys with diamonds. I do not think it's worth it, especially if you are a free-to-play person and you are not blowing money at this game. But the reason why this is important is you gain Abyss keys every 30 minutes, okay? And you can cap out at 10. So what does that mean for you? What that means for you as the player is you only use these keys or lose these keys when you lose a battle, okay? So if you win the battle and you progress up the floors, or if you go higher in tiers or the next stages that you climb, if you're winning, you're not using those keys. If you lose is when you lose a key. So for instance, you're going to click the battle button here. It's going to look similar or the same to everything else that you have done before. So we're just going to place some units in here to give you guys an example of what we got going on. So here's my comp right here on this account. We're going to click the battle button. I've got the skip button on just because, you know, why not? It saves you time, especially for these early levels. So we're going to continue progressing here. And as you can see, the towers are really nice spot to get rewards. It doesn't cost you anything in order to run them or anything here. Like I said, the only time you're ever using anything like these abyss keys or anything is when you're actually losing. So as you can see here, we've got a ways to go before we actually probably will lose based on our levels. We've got, like I said, a couple level 80 units on our team here, so we're quite a bit higher than these current stages in the tower. But getting to a defeat, let's go to my main account here on my phone. I'm currently at a tough stage on the tower for me anyway with my units. So I almost always get defeated at this stage, but no worries. I'm going to teach you and show you a decent method. So taking a look at this here, I'm on stage 194. All of the units right here are 167 in level. It's actually a decent comp. You have a two tank comp. You have a mage. You have a bishop, which is the healer, and you've got well, this is technically a range, and then you got an assassin. But they put out a lot of damage. Their levels are 167.7. My comp or my heroes at most are 160, and then it goes all the way down to a couple level 100 units. Therefore, this is a really tough stage. So when I click the battle button, there we go. So when I click the battle button here and I run a comp like this, okay, and I go to skip a battle, as you will see here, I get defeated. So this is what you get when you get defeated. And my keys dropped from 10 to 9. And then it obviously put a timer here for that 30 minutes for when the next key will be generated. So as a practice, the tower, especially on skip battle and even not skip battle, is RNG based, okay? You will notice at certain points in the tower, when you're running the tower, that your units will actually be lower level than the units that you were fighting, or that is right here in the tower. And with that being the case, you will still sometimes win. You'll be able to press the battle button, go, boom, it gives you a victory, and you continue to move up. And you'll be surprised. Like I said, there'll be a time where the enemies will be level 100, and your units will be level 80 or 70, and you'll still be winning because it's just RNG based. So there is a chance, take this lightly, but there is a chance that you can burn all 10 of your keys and RNG will push you through, okay? So what I mean by that is doing this every single day, in my opinion, is not a bad practice, because within 30 minutes, you're going to get another key in order for you to battle again. So instead of being stacked up on 10 keys, can't defeat this boss because you're not doing anything to defeat the boss or to defeat this stage, it's, in my opinion, it's a good practice to just try to burn the keys at least, because then at least trying to burn the keys, you might get that lucky, that lucky RNG, to push you to the next stage. So then you will reap that reward, and then you can move forward. So again, as you can see here, we're running these level 167 guys are just wrecking my level 100 Phantom Assassin, as you can see. So I don't know if it's going to be, or the RNG is going to be on our side for this specific run, but as I mentioned before, you can get lucky, and push through. So if I was you, or if it was me, I would burn through those keys at least daily, so then that way you don't have to worry about just sitting on keys and not taking the chances. Again, this game is all about RNG. It's all about random pools, etc. So yeah, and again, as you can see here, we're not going to complete this. I've got 2 tanks. They're not doing dick for damage. So taking a look at this here, as I mentioned, that's just a good practice that you can potentially get lucky with RNG, and it will give you a victory even though it is not deserved. So that's kind of it, guys, for this. I mean, you can see the chalice up here, which is the ranking system. I don't think it really matters on what rank you are. I don't think you get any additional rewards weekly. I could be wrong, but I'll keep an eye out for it. If anything changes, I'll be sure to update in another video. But you do get ranked on that note, and obviously, like I said, burning and using these keys are something that I recommend doing, just because you can potentially get lucky with the RNG factor, or sometimes you don't. So as you can see here, I'm probably not going to, but that's okay. We can't battle. It wants us to buy a key. We're not going to do that. We'll just wait the 30 minutes out and be fine. Another little side thing for this video, I don't mean to drag this video on, but another side thing, since we looked at the Dark Tower, was, what was I getting at here? Let me look. Let me go back here. The Abyss Keys. Nope, I think that might be it then. Oh, yeah, another thing is, guys, remember we talked about the guild video. One of the things that I have confirmed about the guild is a lot of guild and players in the game are talking about do not buy anything from the guild shop. So they are suggesting don't buy any of these heroes or any of this gear or these shards, as the prices that they cost are not worth it. And so again, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody says this and that. You can choose to listen to them. You cannot. But as a good rule of thumb, I have heard that investing in the academy is going to be your best option. So your assassins do a lot of the damage, your mages do a lot of the damage in this game. So maxing out these trees and spending these rewards, you know, this currency here, is basically, and from what I've been told, worth it versus buying in the guild shop. So that's just another little key point to take note. Again, upgrading your mine and everything, just making sure that you are doing that, pumping in your daily donations for your diamonds or your gold, depending on whatever your guild recommends or wants you to do. Some guilds may not require to do anything. So if that's the case, then awesome. Kudos for you. But anyways, guys, I guess that's going to be it for me. I don't know if you've seen the little inside update here, the update compensation, which basically talks about the new feature that's coming out, the team up arena. I'm excited for that. I think it'll be cool. You can team up with your players you can team up with players of current server to battle with players from other servers after it opens. We are sending you 500 diamonds as a token. Thank you for your accommodation. So basically what that is, if you go to the arena, it's going to be this new section right here, this team up arena. I think it's going to be super cool. It sounds like it's going to give us the opportunity to be able to do cross server team up arena battles. And that's going to be really, really cool. As of right now, if anybody's playing this game, you know, the game is split up into servers, and unfortunately, if you and your pal signed up for 2 different servers, then you can't technically see or play with each other. So that is going to be something that's going to be a pretty big update, I feel like, in this game. Hopefully we get some more content besides that as well. Other than that, guys, I've been Kodeations. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Thank you very much for the support in the channel. We have grown immensely for the past 3 weeks. So with that being the case, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you guys on the next video.